Okay, I have never played nor heard of Starsector before. I don't know anything about it. It is an early access game that it's not on Steam. Picked it up from the developer's website. Super blind. Haven't really tested the audio, so I don't know if it's going to be loud or quiet. If it's too loud or too quiet, let me know. I'll try to keep an eye on the equalizer, though. Hey, New Blader, how you doing? Yeah, I think the idea here is we want to just start a new game. We don't have to pick tutorials or missions. Look through the settings real quick. Abilities, shields, vent flux. Okay, I should probably stop reading this. This is a very long list, though. Show damage floating text. Invert behavior of strafe, turn to cursor. I might see if I can adjust the UI scale a little bit. The text is pretty tiny, especially because I have to downscale it for the way I stream. So let me try to fix that real quick. I guess let's try 125. Sure. And you create a character, you can choose whether you want the tutorial or not. Okay. This looks a little bit better to me. If I can scale it a little bit more, but it looks okay. Domain identity chip. Iron mode, okay. Is that like no save scumming? Yeah. This is the setting the game is intended to be played on, but since it's in alpha right now, use it at your own risk. Okay. I'm okay to not use it while it's in alpha, but if this game gets completed and ends up winning the vote or whatever, probably would restart on Iron mode. Definitely like hearing this is the way it's intended to be played. Sector age defaults to mixed, so I assume that's fine. Sector size normal. And this is like the seed. Yes, okay, gotcha. Oh, this is pretty cool. I like some of the character art here. I actually really like that default one. Try that one. Your most recent occupation was as a bounty hunter, a scavenger, an explorer, a mercenary, a freelancer. Okay, so we don't want faster start, right? Because we want to get it as tutorialized as possible. Oh, I like the little tooltips. Let's try scavenger. In addition, your fleet includes a Kite-class shuttle, a Shepherd-class drone tender with a cargo of heavy machinery, light and nimble ship. Let's go for things that involve less complexity. Easy is recommended for a first-time player. That's me. Start with tutorial. I like that I can't pick skip it. Or at least that it's grayed out. Alright, so there's some kind of random world gen. That's cool. I like the character gen stuff. How long has this game been in development? Your fleet is in the middle of nowhere and critically low on supplies. If you don't acquire more supplies, your fleet will suffer through a slow but ultimately fatal decline. There's a debris field. Move up to it and activate your scavenge ability to search it for useful cargo. Scavenging requires heavy machinery, but there's some in your cargo holds. Make sure to take all of the supplies and other valuable cargo. Leave the cheap and bulky metals behind. Click on empty space in the direction you want to move. Oh, interesting. The debris field is marked on my radar there in the corner, it looks like. Press 6, which is this ability here. Pick through a debris field looking for anything of value. Assume a stable orbit. Field appears stable, will not drift apart anytime soon. It's likely something of value could be found inside. This game is like got a really clean UI, and I like the music and stuff. I guess I'd expect it to feel less polished if it's alpha. Maybe that's just like reflects the content that's available in the game to do, as opposed to like the state of the game itself. Significant risk involved in running a salvage operation. Assess. 57%. Base effectiveness, heavy machinery available. Oh, that's cool. Crew, debris field. Begin salvage operations. You lost 3 heavy machinery. But I came out with 14 heavy machinery. Cool. Confirm and continue. Press F5 to quick save and advance the tutorial. Hey Dev, how you doing? Yahan, how you been? 2011. Interesting. Pirate fleet is approaching. You'll spot it as a sensor contact, then as an unidentified fleet, and then when it gets very close, you'll see its true colors. Pirate ship is a shoddy rust bucket. If you do lose, you can press F9 to quick load. Combat's expensive, especially if there's no bounty on the enemy you fight. Deploying ships into battle reduces their combat readiness. Recovering CR consumes supplies. Okay. Battle damage can cost more supplies to repair. Fighting is often necessary. Wait for the fleet to approach, then defeat them. Mostly clicking, it looks like. Moves prevent you from disengaging easily. It doesn't appear to be certain of your identity. Hostilities will have a reduced impact on your reputation. Open a channel. Gemini sends you to do this errand for him? Come to collect a bill? Blood Copeland. Oh, that's interesting. Allows your fleet to disengage without being pursued, requires a story point, and grants 100% bonus experience. Okay, the game keeps hinting at mechanics that I'm not meant to interact with yet, but I like them. That's kind of cool. Transfer command for this engagement. Oh, I see. So I could use my heavy machinery drone tender, but I don't think we want to do that. You can select which ships to deploy at the beginning of each battle and deploy reinforcements as the battle goes on. Deploying a ship reduces its combat readiness by a fixed amount. Ships will begin to gradually lose CR after their peak readiness time runs out. Recovering CR takes time and consumes supplies. Okay. Do all, right? Okay. So I guess we just try full assault. Okay. So each of them has light escort, medium escort, heavy escort, defend, retreat, search and destroy, video feed. Really? Oh, that's kind of cool. So this is like a tactical view. Gotcha. You can have like more cinematic view. Transfer your staff to another ship. Autopilots. Navigate and fight automatically. You'll be assigned tasks as appropriate, along with the rest of your fleet. Does that mean that my drone is already like by default on autopilot? Reinforcements. Would only apply if I had ships that I hadn't already deployed, right? 232 deployment points. Command points. Anything other than the flagship autopilots by default. Okay. Give direct orders to your fleet. Once an order is given, all other orders are free for a few seconds when the command frequency remains open. Canceling assignments doesn't cost command points. Canceling all assignments allows your fleet to engage the enemy at will. Ordering a full assault will cancel all assignments and also make your ships engage aggressively. Canceling a full assault requires a command point. Okay, I'll try full assault and see what happens. I assume this is supposed to be an easy mission. I played a play-by-post game called, I think it's called Neptune's Pride. It kind of reminds me of this. Like, the time that it takes to move your ships between locations is like hours or days, so you kind of sign in, you do some maintenance, and then you let your tasks carry out over the course of the next few days. My main ship got disabled. I don't know if that's a permanent problem type thing. I can't check it, right? Yeah, I was trying to use it a second ago. I can only video feed my active ships though, right? Flux and hull. Can my drone even defend itself? See, it's got little robots, but it looks like it's just like holding steady, basically. Actually, can I even find my earlier ship? Am I effectively like, if I lose the main, if the main ship gets disabled like that? I think so. Let me try loading here. Thought it forced me to autosave earlier. Maybe not. I'm trying to hit F9 to load. Let me try to exit. Load game. Load. Space is pause. Continue. Gauge. Got it. All play. I'm curious if I just got unlucky or if I can do full assault again or if I should be trying to figure out how to do it manually. Do your ships always attempt to defend themselves regardless? Whether I tell them full assault or no? So I see the damage coming through here. Flame out. I wonder why I got so badly wrecked last time. This seems to be going a lot better for me now. Knock on wood. I do like those shields. That's pretty cool. One ship was slower than the other. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Pirate ship maneuvers prevent you from disengaging easily. Alright. Relationship with the pirates reduced by 3. Currently at negative 68 out of 100. Hostile. Covers 364 credits. Take all. Cool. Fleet supply consumption has gone up. Recovering combat readiness used to deploy ships into battle cost supplies. To reduce supply use, repairs and CR recovery on ships can be suspended from the fleet screen. So I guess I'm not clear on the full assault. Like, when I didn't full assault, they were just autopiloting. Did full assault just make my one ship fly faster than it would have? Oh shit, OBS crashed. It's annoying. Okay, yeah, sorry, we just had a Comcast, or not Comcast, OBS crashed. I just downloaded the new update for it, so maybe there's a hotfix pending to fix that. So my question was about full assault. I was saying I don't understand why I died during full assault when I still didn't give them manual commands when I didn't full assault. Like, they still kind of autopiloted their way to the pirates. Is it that when I picked full assault that one of my ships decided to go faster than it would have during normal autopilot? Open the fleet screen. Maximum CR, current CR. It's recovering a certain amount of CR per day. Okay, and that's using supplies. Got it. Quick save and advance the tutorial. Appreciate that way of doing it. Normal autopilot, they maintain some kind of adjacency. Full assault, everyone hits full gas. Okay. You gained a level, you gain 1 skill point with each level up, an additional point at the start of the campaign. You also gain story points as you gain experience. You to take exceptional actions. I like that. Like, it's like action points in D&D. Skill points will be used to learn skills. Skills are arranged in 4 aptitudes: combat, leadership, technology, and industry. Skills that affect your piloted ship be made elite at the cost of a story point. Maximum level is 15. Okay. 2 skill points, 4 story points. Leadership, fleet and officers, technology, exploration, stealth. Skip a tier by taking more skills in lower tiers instead. Reaching the top tier requires 4 skill points. 1 more to take one of the top skills. Taking the second top skill requires additional 2 points. That's true for all of these, okay? Skills that have been made elite in the past can be remade elite at no cost. Kind of want to do industry. Let's see. This isn't a tree, though. I don't have to pick these in order necessarily. More resources. Recovered from abandoned stations and derelicts. Post-battle salvage. Fewer crew lost. Ship repair rate out of combat. Okay. It's not on Steam. You just have to Google Starsector. Okay. So any of these 3 is a prerequisite for any of these 2 is a prerequisite for any of these 3, right? Flux dissipation. I'm sure I'll learn more about that later. Damage reduction by armor increased from 85% to 90%. These seem a little bit more specific, so I think I'd rather take the resource change. Give that a try. I could always restart if things go badly. I like the idea of this game, though. There is a progression, okay. Receive a tight beam communication from the system's main inhabited world. Anchor. Need to do this. Travel. It helps keep track of where you're going and how long it'll take to get there. After dismissing this dialog, press E to open the intel screen to view the details of the message you've just received. Select the message and click Show on Map. Left click and hold and select Lay in Course. You can also press tab to open the map and locate Ankara manually. Okay. Stabilize the jump points. It's gonna tend to give me the place that it wants me to go to, right? It looks like I can also sort by faction and planet. So you open the map, and then I can pick here, right? Lay in course. Gotcha. No worries. No, this game is cool. It's pretty high barrier to entry at the start here, but I'm committed to figuring it out. Take a while to get there at this rate. Hey, thanks, Sukiyaki. How you been? Sustained burn abilities. An interdiction pulse. Okay, like in Elite Dangerous. Activate Sustained Burn to get to Ankara more quickly. Press and hold Shift to speed up time. Long distance travel. I see. I can speed up time with Shift. Coming up on an asteroid belt, if you go through at full speed, there's a chance your fleet may be knocked off course. Some of your ships might suffer damage. Slow-moving fleet avoids this danger. Press and hold S to move slowly until you're through the asteroid belt. The danger is low since the belt is thin. You're only going across it, so you can get away with just going full speed. I see. That's cool. Getting closer. When hegemony space, fleet is required by law to identify itself by keeping its transponder turned on. This is a view shared by most, though not all, major factions. Turning on the transponder makes your fleet highly visible, and everyone seeing it will know who you are, unlike that pirate fleet you fought earlier, which had to be very close to positively identify. Keeping your transponder on is a crippling disadvantage in hostile space, but as we're getting closer to port, we like to dock there. It's a good idea to turn it on. Activate the transponder before getting close to Ankara, both to avoid unwanted attention from patrols and to receive docking clearance. Turning it on and off has major consequences. It requires a double tap to turn on or off, once to prime and once more to confirm. Okay, I like how they slowly give you abilities here. Cool. Its identification codes via the transponder. You're soon granted docking clearance. Open the comm directory. Yeah, so far this reminds me the most of Elite Dangerous, but Elite Dangerous sends mixed messages to me about what it's supposed to be. This feels like this is potentially more of a video game. Elite Dangerous feels kind of like a toy almost, like a space trekking. Skip that part. At least I played Elite Dangerous last like 4 years ago or something, so maybe it's changed significantly since then. Use a refresher on recent events. The Academy is running experiments in the Normand Gate in the system. Escape velocity is similar to Elite, but also 2D. Miners during Kuyu Station, located in the system, are hit the hardest. They turn to piracy. Points are stabilized. The system is once again part of the sector. Where do I fit in? Miners turn pirate are guarding the jump points, burning us and gathering recent readings and coming up with a way to stabilize them. Pirates are too much for you to take on. You don't have to. To daring queue, cover the data from our agent, then return here. I wonder if this quest is different if I picked a more combat-oriented character at the start. Why me? Why not? Relationship with Hegemony and Essen Olympus. Make sure to turn off your transponder once you undock. I've instructed the security detachment not to give you any trouble about that. Okay, that's nice. Pirates may think they're one of your own, let you approach. Makes sense to go dark as you get closer to make sure they can't get too good at reading on your fleet. You can approach along the asteroid belt. Give you almost perfect cover as long as you're moving slowly. Activate emergency burn to get out of there, lose them, come back around to try again. Don't e-burn unless you really need to. It's hard on the ships, so it'll cost you more supplies to recover from. Eats up a good chunk of fuel. Yeah, makes sense, Leon. I imagine that the simulationist, like, VR 3D aspect of Elite is intensely costly to the developers in terms of what they're able to add to the game, you know? Has a scope problem in that respect. Quick save. So it wants me, once I undock, just means when I leave in general, right? Now, E was my quest thing. Stabilize the jump points. And I think there was another button here. Show on map. Mining station. Under pirate control. Lay in course. So now I can turn my transponder off. Go dark. Can I just suddenly stop moving? In order to, like, I guess I can pause the game, right? Try to go into this asteroid belt, potentially. Free look. So, like, I'd like to tell my ship to specifically go over here to try to hide in the asteroid belt. I don't know if I can just do that. I can lay in course for the debris field from here. Oh, really? Just click places and they try to go there? So that'll only happen after lay-in course is disabled, basically? Okay, I see how it's working now. It would be nice if there was like a minor, like a little indicator when you click on the screen that it accepted your input. Save copy. Ah, okay. Because it's supposed to be Iron Man mode. It shows me their detection radius, basically. COM directory. Uranus Martian. Thank you. Okay, so if I understand correctly, that means deliver the data back. Okay. So we go S, lay in course. I can probably turn my transponder back on once we get further away from the pirates. And then I can do sustained burn, but I probably don't have to, right? Well, maybe I do for that distance. I guess I gotta get a better feel for how distances work in this game. Open comms. Yo. All right, so I have relationships with entire factions, and I have relationships with this specific person. Okay. Our problem. System estimates to take about a cycle to analyze the data. Data be out of date. Any algorithm based on it would be meaningless. If we had an AI core on hand, we could analyze the data more quickly. There's a survey probe in this system. Where is it and why hasn't it been salvaged? Domain artifacts are protected by automated defenses. Data indicates that somewhere beyond the orbit of Pontus. Head out beyond the asteroid belt and use an active sensor burst. I should start making notes for future Marstead now in a text file, because I'm not going to be able to remember all of it at the end of the episode. So, core loop, press transponder on near systems, off when stealthing, go dark, stealth, press E for quest log, press S in quest log to locate quest objectives on map, right click or left press to lay in course places. See what I can do. Active sensor burst. All right. Somewhere beyond the orbit of Pontus. Get there, head out beyond the asteroid belt and use an active sensor burst. She'll at least get a sensor contact with the probe. Head towards it, perform salvage, and bring back an AI core. Pontus is a gas giant. To see its name on the map, you might have to turn off the inhabited option in the map filter. Okay, so I press E, and I do show on map. Pontus. Specifically talking about Pontus itself, right? Toward down. Okay. We'll fly into the star, right? Outer Wilds flashbacks. Oh, I see the little radar. So that's like for your transponder. You generally want your transponder to be off whenever you're far from civilization, because it's like a beacon to attract pirates. I like this game. I think the tutorial is pretty well constructed. I don't know if the rings count as a danger or not. Establish a colony. Establishing a colony here is not an option. Fair. So, okay, let's pause. E, S. So it wants me to go towards the asteroid belt, and you're saying I can just, like, click to do that? Yeah, it'd be nice if there was, like, a little, like, cursor blink when you click somewhere just to register the tile you, or the place you just sent them to. Active sensor burst. So I can do that a few times over here to try to find the thing, basically. Let's see if they're just talking about the station, but I assume not. Oh, the responses are showing on the radar. I thought maybe it would show on the map proper. So I did see something before when I activated it. Ah, okay. Thank you. I missed that. Is that consuming resources each time I do a burst like that? It approaches a domain-era probe left from the initial domain exploration of the sector. Pitted by small impacts, the probe's hull displays iridescence typical of fearsome radiation scarring. Explorer. Energy signatures are detected coming online inside the probe's hold. Engage automated defenses. Okay. Play all. I think it's just best to just let them do their thing, it seems like. Guessing that you don't really have fine control over like exactly what guns to fire or what things to do. It's just this is more like making strategic decisions about whether a ship is going one way or the other. I feel like I'm almost certain to die here. Yeah, that went really badly, didn't it? Okay. I don't know why my F9 load key isn't working. I can do it from the title screen. Oh shit, this is a ways back. Okay. I'll save again once I get down there. It should be fine. Saw me that time, didn't it? The interdiction is just to stop me from being able to freely escape, basically. Quick load only works on campaign map outside of battles. Okay. Oh, we weren't still dark, I guess, from last time. Oh well. Go dark is off. So if you like cross that border with your transponder off, you're gonna have a bad time, it seems like, right? I see. Comms. Let's turn this back in. Save this time. S. Go. Is it like an EMP on my engines? Does it cause any lasting damage just being interdicted by itself, or is it just a way to make space combat interesting and that you can't fly away to escape at will? My first introduction to that word in like a space sim game was Elite Dangerous. Gotcha. Save again once we're over here proper. See you fire interdiction. Emergency born towards you at high speed while you're slowed down. Let's see. Explore, engage the defenses. Okay, so you said autopilot wasn't on last time? Can I get them to try to go for a specific ship? It seems like it would be nice to try to get them to focus on one. Box strike, select them on the tactical view, right-click RTS tile the targeted ship. Kill the sentry. It's going way better. Looks like they're pretty smart when they're just running themselves, though. Is my ship just out of guns now? Is that why it's not fighting? Goes. They overheat or something, maybe? Okay. Cool. Pick through the wreckage. Supplies, fuel, heavy machinery, metals, hypervelocity. To gain more salvage in your fleet has the capacity to carry, has greatly increased daily supply consumption and reduced travel speed. Take less salvage or head for a nearby station to sell off the excess. I am going to sell the excess. Where do I see my supply capacity? This is where I guess I was considering buying the increased capacity. That'll probably be my next upgrade. Crew in the fleet, supply use, 6.2 per day. This one, the orange one, 87 out of 80. Oh, that's fuel. Personnel capacity, cargo capacity. Oh, interesting. So this says that I'm okay. It's a fuel issue? Sure. I see. Maintaining excess capacity is costing us extra supplies. So supplies seem to be the main source of like abstraction in a game that's pretty simulationist. Like, it just represents the fact that it's hard to have extra fuel. It's dangerous, that kind of thing. Okay. Right on. Try to sell it later. 3,000 experience. Nice. Resource recovery effectiveness, 98%. Nice. Go skills. Gamma core. I got 2 of them. Selling AI cores in the open market is prohibited. Higher up faction reps are often willing to exchange AI cores for a large sum of cash. The reasons for doing so may vary. Right. Now we're overburdened. Okay. So we can burn through supplies pretty fast if I don't sell stuff like right away. Gotcha. So I'm gonna do that. Probably should have done it last time I was in town, but it wasn't aware I was that close. Shift clicking something moves just enough out of your inventory to put you at capacity. Okay. See how bad it is if I just deal with it for now and try to sell. Still hold S to slow through the... Okay. So why did it say the asteroid belt wasn't particularly dangerous? Is that just based on like the size of my ship or something? Whether is it like constantly rolling for collisions or something? They get to do their rocket physics in this game where like I'm consuming fuel constantly. Thank you, calculus. Okay, rolls are in my favor. Let's turn this thing in. Osta Gamma Core. Send you the stabilization algorithm when the core works it up. Once you have it, it should be a simple matter of running it using your fleet's drive. So how many hours, like there was no how long to beat for this game when I looked it up. Like how many hours of content do you think is in here? Because I could see playing this for a long time. It's pretty enjoyable, the core loop. Security detachment could handle him easily. Fleet. What alternative is that? So ship graveyard around Tetra. Ships that were deemed not worth the effort to restore awaiting bulk transits to a shipbreaking facility. I feel like I've played a whole bunch of games that are like space sim adjacent. All these developers should just join forces and like make Hardbreak or whatever the Hardpoint Shipbreaker game is, the shipbreaking component, right? And then connect it. More complicated than it sounds. Especially if one of those games decides to be multiplayer. I saw there was a note when I went to go buy this game that was asking why it's not multiplayer, and they're like, player incentives for a multiplayer game are in direct conflict with player incentives for a single player game, and we want to make a single player game. And I was like, respect. Go developers of Starsector. Mod Skipper class, civilian transport. Cover the ships you can, break the ones you can for supplies, bring enough crew to operate the recovered ships. An extra 100 or so. Shit, okay. So it means I have to recruit crew to progress here. Let's save. Sell stuff. Left click to pick up a stack. Shift click to pick up items from a stack one at a time. Shift click and hold and drag to pick up a specific quantity. Control click to transfer an entire stack. So am I safe to just sell most things? Like I'm probably going to hold on. Well, I literally can't sell the Gamma Core. I don't know if this is like a special item. Don't need to sell any fuel. Hard to say. So much of the content is outside the main story, which is currently unfinished. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a helpful way to think about it. Tariffs. Good God. Extend shields. I'm mostly just trying to get my weight down here until I can get a level up to have more capacity for weight. Local deficits. Oh, I see. So does this mean I'm having to pay more for supplies when I buy them effectively? Until the deficit is made up for. Yeah. Now I'm at full cargo, though, so I probably still need to sell a few other things. I don't know if I need all this heavy machinery. I guess the heavy machinery is also abstracted a little bit. Resources, ship weapons. So you could try to do the space trucking thing of buying metals from somewhere that has a surplus and then taking them to a system where they have a deficit to make money, right, through arbitrage. Oh, right, my bad. Yeah, I'm still confused by that tooltip from earlier, so we're fine on fuel. So I think I need to buy some supplies then. Damn, I didn't realize these were so fucking expensive. Good lord. I thought I was coming out ahead earlier when I brought extra stuff on my ship like that. I control click to sell up to the deficit or down to your cargo capacity if over, whichever is higher. That's cool. Wow, yeah. When it was saying you're burning 6 supplies per day, I was like, that's no big deal. That was apparently a big fucking deal. I might want to reload now that I understand that better. I think this was right before I engaged. Welcome to super capitalism, right? I thought I saved right next to the thing. Hold on. Oh wait, this must have been an earlier... Oh, it's the month. Okay. Month. I was like, the day was higher. Gotcha. This one's also after coming back, isn't it? Sure is. All right, well, I guess I could do the older save and quickly go through the previous two things. Oh, it's fine. I'll deal with my bad decisions. Good there. Trade. Probably am going to sell all my metals, though. Open market versus black market. Yeah. Supplies, they're only really this expensive because of the deficit here, right? I tried talking to her. If I wanted to try selling to a specific person, does it have to be like somebody that I have in a relationship with? Hire crew. Oh, I see. Crew are just an item in here. I love how crew is significantly cheaper than supplies. Yeah, I was asking about selling the AI Corp. I really lost a lot of supplies. Like, I think I need to load my save. I think I need to load. I think I need to just do this stuff real quick. It wasn't terribly hard. I should be able to do it. There are specific NPCs that want those things. Okay, I see. Gotcha. I see. So normally I burn 0.3 supplies per day, but I was so overloaded I was burning 6 supplies per day. Okay. I think that was a necessary mistake to understand the game a little bit better. It's a good way to learn that supplies are really fucking important and really fucking expensive. Right. Well, I thought that maybe a single supply cost, I don't know, 10 credits? Not 300 credits, that's for sure. Oh, does being in the asteroid belt fuck with their signal detection radius? I think it mentioned that. It's clearer how that works, though, I think. It's cool that that's directly conveyed on the screen. Yeah, it said hide in the asteroid belt, but I wasn't clear that that would cause like the visual radar thing to shrink. That was cool and helpful. Appreciate that you have to prime that. That's kind of cool. Is this sustain burn generally worth turning on, or is there some kind of cost to doing it over shorter distances? Yes. See what I can do. I actually want to sell stuff already. Still a local deficit on that. Okay. So help me understand heavy machinery. Heavy machinery seems to impact my success chance with like salvage operations, but does that just increase linearly with the number of heavy machineries I have, or is there some point where at which I'm getting diminishing returns? Maneuverability and acceleration are greatly impeded. I see. Didn't realize how close I was to. Cost a story point to respec. I might want to make some of these elite, actually. Wait, so how do I make skills elite? Is that something I had to do when I first selected it? Experience 70,000 the next level. Golly. Only skills that affect you and your personal ship have a green elite skill description. So not all skills are able to be turned elite, is what you're saying? I see. Elite. Ah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of tutorial here for stuff that wasn't immediately relevant, so I'm doing my best to filter for stuff that mattered at the moment they told me about it. Okay. It's fine. So clicking just automatically turns off the sustained burn, I assume? Oh, asteroid impact. Shit. Does that necessarily mean it was a big deal? I guess I could have hit S when I was going through it. Why did you get XP for exploring? I missed that before. All. Search and destroy. Search and destroy. Oh, you're good. Don't worry about backseating for this game. There's a lot of stuff to keep track of. If I should know something via something that was communicated via tutorial, then there's zero restriction on just telling me what it was. Clicking will suspend your latent course, but sustained burn will stay on. I see. Okay, this time they're splitting up. Which is maybe okay. It's a hotkey to resume a latent course. Can that ship even meaningfully destroy my little laser drones there? Those are like supposed to be mining drones, not necessarily attackers, right? That's nice. Are my ships talking to each other? Like, does this one know that this one is engaged? Mine a ship for long enough and you make some holes. Yeah, let's not do that. So you said I can shift click or control click. Get it down to the exact amount. Okay. So it was referring to fuel only last time. Gotcha. Salvage. Better get 2 of those again. Okay, I was about to be sad if I didn't. Okay, that's really convenient. Let me add a note about that. When taking stuff, going over capacity is unacceptable. Control click things to leave behind exactly enough to hit capacity. Cool. 5.5 per day. So my consumption's still higher than I would have expected compared to what it was before. I review my crew cargo. Control clicking when you take it initially only goes up to the relevant amounts. Oh, it's to repairs. Okay, I see. Thanks. E. Well, first, let's make a new save in case I have to undo that again. And then E. S. Right click to delete course. Go. Should decay to normal by the time I get to the station. So a lot of the 6 per day last time wasn't necessarily from the overage. It was from the repair aspect. Oh, maybe not. It didn't decay that fast last time. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so far. It's cool. Is supply usage... Oh, solar flare, rude. Is supply usage completely binary? Is it just once you go over capacity, now you're paying a tax, period? Or is there like a gradient to it where it goes up the more supplies you're carrying and it just happens to get bad when you go over capacity. Open comms, turn in the quest. That's what we got last time. Trade goods. You said I needed about 100 people, right? Just abort and close out of this real quick. E. Extra supplies, which I might have. I guess there is a debris. I've run into a couple debris fields. Can I just like freely start salvaging those whenever, even though the main story isn't pushing me there? I assume yes. Assume there's a way for me to like directly enter what I want to bring here, right? See if that's enough. You pay. Now I can sell this on the black market. Is the black market, like, does it incur a risk that something bad's gonna happen whenever I sell? Like, or does it just have like an effect on reputation, suspicion level? Black market transactions may catch the eye of authorities unless the trades are carried out with the transponder turned off. Engaging in a legitimate trade as a cover reduces the probability of attracting the attention of authorities. So does that mean if I started selling my metal and before confirming it went into the black market to try to sell the gamma core, that I would have a lower chance of getting detected, basically? Yeah. Alright, so I can try to keep that in mind for next time. That's a cool mechanic, though. I assume this has effectively no, or it's barely impacting my capacity, so I can just hold on to it until I get a chance to sell it. Oh, I like the population just gives you the order of magnitude. That's kind of cool, actually. Hot, habitable. So now we go show on map. Okay, go here. Tetra, barren world, fully surveyed. I wonder if I want to go just do some salvage just to try to get some, feel a little bit more comfortable with my resources here. I'll give it a try and then we'll continue the quest. Glacia Gate. Silent ring of adamantine material. Derelict of a former age. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright, so scavenge. High risk. Cess. 33%. Crew available. Debris field density. Okay. Alright, so that produced way more shit than I like could possibly afford. I see. I have enough space for all of that. Okay. So the 33% modifier is impacting all of the resources I get from having done the scavenge operation. It's not the chance of whether I get anything in the first place, right? Now, what's stopping me from just sitting here and scavenging for a long time? Ah, the debris field has been tapped out. Okay. Interesting. So I probably could have scavenged, although maybe there's a risk to scavenging when you're near pirates. They can like detect you or something. Right, so you can't like fail to scavenge, but you could effectively fail if it was like a 0 or a 1% chance you would do the operation, and then it would reduce your payout so much that it would have been worthless. Okay. Seeing remote price data for various colonies requires being within a range of a functional comm relay. Ah, so you could keep track of it's worth more somewhere else. That's kind of cool. So like, I think I'd ask this question. Can I pretty much safely sell stuff like metals? Like, so I have to worry about like a crafting system later or something like that? I kind of want to try out this ship weapon I found. Hold on. Save copy. Pause. Is it refit? Refitting a ship in space causes it to lose combat readiness. Refitting a market or station does not reduce combat radius. So can I just do that directly from this place here? If I go refit. Refitting a ship docked at a space station, you can mount both the weapons in your cargo hold and the ones available for purchase at the station. Having a refit screen. So, okay, auto fit, which I might want to do. Ordnance from cargo. Oh, I see. So you can set some slots that are like presets, basically. Vulcan cannons, ion cannons, Vulcan cannons. I saw how these were getting used before, like they were using one of the turrets to shoot enemy missiles, right? What's the thing that I have? Hypervelocity driver. Overload and disable enemy systems from afar. 4 space per unit. Anti-shield, medium ballistic. Auto fit is fine. So if I just do that for all my ships and don't think about it, if it can I tell quickly whether what it's like changing? Frontier variants. Yeah, no, I would rather trust autofit if it works. I guess I just autofit for now and not think about it. I don't know if it just equipped my thing, though. Doesn't look like it did. So if it's not equipping my weapon that I found, does that mean the weapon's probably not compatible with my current ships? Run simulation is just like doing a fake battle for a second to see how it works. I don't have a medium ballistic slot. Okay. I guess we can see if I get one after I do this mission. Explored. I see. So I should have done something at both of these. They gave me the opportunity to salvage both of these debris fields because they were both connected to quests. But I guess now I just know that for next time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cool. Yeah, I like this game. I keep saying that, but the complexity is not a turnoff so far. It is a lot to take in early, but I appreciate that they do stuff like gate what shows up on your ability bar. That's a lot of derelict ships. Crew and officers are muted on edge. You judge it unlikely any amount of hazard pay could overcome the near superstitious fear spacers have of being stranded in a system like this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Saving time. Explore. Consider ship recovery. Some of the ships in your fleet are at low combat readiness. The weapon systems and engines are likely to suffer malfunctions. Let these ships recover before using them in combat. Okay. Consider whether special measures might be taken. So whenever it's green text, that means spending a story point. It's like $15, I think. Yeah, no. Just if you've noticed me not saving for a while, I won't take it as a spoiler. Just remind me. I appreciate it. Glad I took that extra salvage thing. I wasn't expecting that to pay off so quickly. I could have done the extra capacity. I'll probably do that next time. Consider ship recovery. ISS Eloy. I've never played a game that's based on building a fleet like this before. That's kind of cool. Yes. Concentrate the available crew on specific ships by mothballing some ships from the fleet screen. Hire more crew at a nearby space station as soon as possible. So I can still at least pilot them back to the station. Salvage. Oh, I see. So my total, like, cargo capacity and fuel has gone way up because of... I have a shitload of ships now. Skeleton crew, full crew, and max capacity. Ouch. I see, and the supply usage right now is because they're trying to recover. You would just be screwed if they got into a fight, right? Without being fully crewed. Repairs completed. Repair your ships. So is it like way cheaper to repair at a dockyard as opposed to an open space? I assume so. Comms, yo. Bunch of rust buckets. Put some weapons on them, get a proper refit done. With a dedicated crew, they'll do all right. Speaking of weapons, not much to buy in the open market. We have some stores. Ordered local storage space to be assigned to you. Suitable weapons transferred there. Use them to outfit your new ships. Break the rogue miner defenses on the inner jump points. Press R to open the refit screen. Press V to auto-fit. Have access to local storage at Ankura. Some weapons and supplies have been placed there. Click on the storage button in the trade screen. Two fleets guarding the jump point will aid each other if you engage one when the other's nearby. It'll be an easier fight if you manage to separate them first. Here's the storage. Okay. And it's going to draw from storage, I assume, while I'm doing refits. Appreciate that the tutorial recommends auto-fitting. Mince points left. Interceptor support. I'm going to try to just not think about this too much. Although I really like the sprites for the different ships. That's pretty cool. Glitch sensor array. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, like, they can have modifiers on here. Civilian grade hull. A lot of damage taken by shields. Okay, so they all have flaws because they're, like, junkers, right? Demod can only be removed with a full restoration at a dockyard. Which I assume is expensive, right? Ha, okay. Demod, D stands for defective, bad. Okay, gotcha. Deal with it for now. If I get like super rich later, maybe. Alright, so I automatically used a lot of these. Broadsword, Piranha. And now I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked, but we can go give it a try. Should I have spare guns? I thought maybe I should leave them in storage here rather than use up the capacity. Oh, you want me to do the opposite. You want me to keep things in storage. Okay. Gotcha. No, and I can't put it in, I can't put this gamma core into storage. That makes sense. Gotcha. Understood. Okay, so we need to go do a mission over here. Give it a try. Oh yeah, I'd mentioned that. Thanks. I can quick load from here. Can I try to get the exact amount of crew that I need to cover my ships? Or can I see what that amount is somewhere? Trying to look at what the crew counts are for each of these. Refit, scuttle, maintenance, maximum crew, skeleton crew. Here. Minimum requirements of all ships in the fleet. So our minimum requirements for them to be at their best combat readiness, basically. Or is that minimum for them to be a skeleton crew? I see. Now we're good. I want to have more than that. Okay. Does it try to like load balance them as well as possible? Do extra crew beyond the minimum accomplish anything other than serve as extra lives in combat? Or are they basically just extra hit points? Skeleton crews everyone first, then divides in proportional to crew capacity. Okay, gotcha. That's what I was hoping it was going to do. I guess having more crew means I spend more on supplies as well, I assume. Into cage. Okay, so this is the true meaning of fleet v fleet. Like, what I would prefer to do is to have them all focus on a single target at a time. But it seems like the AI wants to split up. Yeah, this one looks really cool. I like the almost all-round shield. Oh, I see. I really like the way the shields look. I like these battle simulations in general. I just lost my flagship, didn't I? Okay. All right. Maybe there's a different way to do this. All right, I gotta do load game. The top one is my current one. Yeah, what's a pretty, like, I'm kind of looking for a standard auto battle option, basically. Like, it looks like it's not the fully engage one, right? Full assault. Because then they don't stay close enough together. Did actually. Flagship is a civilian transport. Try it again and just see if the simulation works out differently. I don't know if it's going to roll the same thing every single time or if there'll be slight changes in the AI behavior. It's not a dedicated battleship. It's part of the problem, it sounds like. I like that you can kind of see what's going on in the camera. So orange things disabled is good. Green things disabled is bad. And I can see that with the green outlines and the orange outlines on things. This already seems to be going better than last time. Disabled means I can salvage it. Destroyed means there's nothing remaining. There are different kinds of gun, like ion cannons will disable rather than destroy. Alas, Captain. My ship, which I love like a woman, is disabled. God, who writes this? That went way better. Complete victory. Consider ship recovery. Through the wreckage. So I attempt to recover some of the ships directly, and then I am getting salvage from the rest of it, it sounds like. Stabilize the jump point. Let's save first, shall we? Well, the stabilization algorithm should be stable enough to use in a day or so. Okay. All right, let's salvage here, shall we? %. Thumper. Saw an enemy using that earlier, I think. Rotary cannon with generous engineering specifications. Curse the Thumper for rewarding poor maintenance habits. Cute. All right, so as long as I see this like arrow here, are they still trying to lay in a course there? I really like the idea of having a whole fleet. I assume that's like super common in the genre, but I'm not used to it. I'm used to all these games being about having like one ship. Oh, but I stopped at the orbital facility instead of the world. I'm like, why can't I repair? Let's see. Oh, I still can't repair. Is it because I just finished repairs manually right before getting here? Probably right. Yo, 10,000. Set you up with a monthly stipend. Run for 3 full cycles. They don't have much room to complain. Cool. Don't know for the fleet thing to be that common. Yeah, I feel like the dream of a game like Star Citizen is more realistic to accomplish in this like form factor, right? In 2D. I guess there's this like crazy design fantasy about you can land on every planet and okay. It's like scope creep nightmare. No one's ever going to make a satisfying game that accomplishes that fantasy, I don't think. Unless if it's like a ton of developers work together to all make different parts of the game and then find some way to connect them together. You need 100 units to get there. Flying in hyperspace does use fuel. Okay. Issue a distress call. Wait for fuel rats. Thanks. Refit. Damn, I got a lot of extra ships from this. That's kind of impressive. Let's keep doing standard. At some point I just run out of guns for this, right? Oh, but now it's automatically trying to buy me new ordnance. Okay, I really appreciate that that's all automatic. This would scare the ever-loving shit out of me if I was like trying to sit down and actually figure this out. Go item by item, you know? Yeah. This game was pitched at the right scope to make the game actually satisfying and a game, right? Yeah, I feel bad about not liking Elite Dangerous. It was only because it felt to me like a toy. Or like toys mean like a sandbox, right? It's not really a thing with a directed experience. And all right, he played 600 hours of Elite Dangerous. Don't feel bad. Fair. Corvus. So, okay, this is new. I'm laying in a course. I haven't been here before. Is this automatically going to try to take me through like a jump gate? There's a lot of work needed to make it a game. I feel like it could happen one day. Oh, did I just go into the system without my transponder on? I just happened to not get in trouble for it, I guess. Or jump to hyperspace. So traveling hyperspace, use fuel in proportion to the distance traveled. Needs to run out of fuel, drift toward the nearest star system, may become stranded there. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like the way they laid this out. That's nice. Okay, I'm glad they remind you about the transponder. Thanks, game. Very cool of them to arrange the tutorial section such that you can't even jump into hyperspace until you do enough quests to unlock it. This is pretty well gated, I think. There's a handful of ideas that it throws at you that they seem like a little bit too early. But it's not that bad. It could certainly be worse. Ships. Open comms. Lindsay Valentine. Alicia's back on the map. Nice. What do I do now? There's a bounty in the system due to unusually high pirate activity. Got some experience with pirates. Could be a good way to earn credits. Always visit the bars. Try salvaging. Okay. So try not to just blind scan stuff. Try to have a quest at the same time, it sounds like. Take a commission. Alright, so this is where it's starting to branch, and instead of telling me you gotta go do this, it's giving me a couple options. So we go to the bar. Captains. Linger with off-duty officers. Someone's giving a woman some disappointing news. Starship captain, right? 200 units of domestic goods delivered to Tiger City, 3 light years away. Paid above market rates. Sure. Okay, does that mean I need to buy that, or have they... I think I have to buy it first, right? Yeah, I really like the order of magnitude population indicator. That's cool. Let me look at my quest log real quick. You don't have enough domestic goods in your cargo holds to complete the delivery. So what counts as a domestic good? Is that describing a specific kind of item that I can buy? Or is it... Any of these goods counts? Like organics... Oh, here it is, domestic goods. So I want to buy all 200. What do I get? If I want to buy a specific number... And I'm sure shift clicking is not the way to do that. Is there a way for me to enter a number? Hold shift and drag. Ah, okay, thank you. It's reasonable. So now if I look at that, it'll say you have enough goods. Okay. So I hit S, I hit here, land a course. And is there a way for this to project how much fuel the trip is going to require? Or is that just the quest happened to do that for me last time and it won't always necessarily do that? Oh, I think I saw something called fuel range. Hold on. Half the range causes a problem. Once I start flying, it'll show. So it says it's going to cost 54, and I have 161 is what that means over there, above the radar. Gotcha, thank you. And is it showing how much to get there and back, or do I have to like manually keep track of the fact that if I wanted to go back to where I started, I have to have the displayed number times 2? Assuming all goes to plan. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, so what's up with the analyze minor equipment cache thing that just popped up a second ago? Is it just giving me heads up of quests that are available if I were to stop? It can be withdrawn anytime unless it's accepted. Okay. So, in addition to getting quests from, like, stations and bars, there's just quests that are just posted at any time? Okay, I think I understand. Just keep doing the one I'm focused on at the moment. You go near a comm relay, you get contract people put out updated to your computer. I see. Shit. Comm relay, spaceborne. You got it. Cool. Trade goods. And are supplies just always at a deficit? It seems like they almost are. right. Bounties. I don't feel super confident to do anything other than salvage missions right now. Zeus Olympus. Turning these AI cores that I've acquired. So is this a way to basically get rep instead of money? Okay, no, I still get money. So why would I sell this on the black market instead of turning it in? Because it seems like turning it in gets me all the money from selling it plus a rep gain. Are there like chances that I would go to a black market where there's extra demand for it or something? Cool. I don't want to do the commission yet. It's always gonna be the same woman offering stuff there. Okay. Let's think about what we're doing here. So I might want to look at the map here just to see if there's salvage to scope out. Sensor array, barren world. So it'll specifically say debris field if it's able to be salvage, right? If it doesn't say that, then I can't do that. That's right. Station commanders who actually take AI cores aren't as common as black markets. Okay, so if I was like in a bind and needed the money, I see. Sorry, I'm trying to think what I want to do next. So where do I see all of those quests that were just like being offered? Analyze minor equipment cache. Local accepted. Exploration. Sure. Failure to complete results in a penalty. Okay. So we go E. Do I have one for, okay, I have one for accepted. Gotcha. I click this, show on map. 616 fuel, good lord, okay. Maybe that was a bad idea. I wish I could see what it was before I accepted the mission. Sector. Oh, this game's big. Try just going somewhere in the sector that has debris fields that I haven't checked out. Acadia. These are all procedurally generated based on my seed too, right? Fuel tankers can extend range. Yeah, because I'm wanting to do more like exploration salvage as opposed to like combat at the moment. Pirates. Yeah, that makes sense. Is that something I can do right away from this station even? Like, buy or sell ships. Hold on. It's F, right? That's what a tanker is. The core occupied space is tailored with named NPCs and fixed systems. All this stuff outside occupied space is based on your seed. Can I, like, inspect this guy? Light tanker with enough fuel capacity to more than double the effective range of a small task force or convoy. So there's a lot of stats for me to try to take in here. Does this increase my maximum fuel that I can carry, or does it make my team more efficient at carrying fuel? A crew problem, okay. Oh, I've had a crew problem for a minute. Didn't realize it. So, if I go to sell a ship, is it fine to just go into the ship and sell it directly from this menu, or is it better to, like, strip it first? Like, is it more useful to have the weapons on hand for outfitting future ships? Or is it better to just have the credits? Every ship's total capacity is told for your fleet, so getting a tanker will just increase that more proportionally than a battleship. Okay. I don't have a great read on the relative use cases for each of these ships. So, civilian transport, standard shuttle, light tanker, assault frigate, destroyer, combat freighter, support destroyer, combat freighter. Yeah, so my read is that if I'm going to sell anything, I should sell the civilian transports and shuttles, right? I'd be okay to go, like, really, really small fleet just to try to get around and do exploration and space trucking missions. Values scaled based on outfitting. No weapons I'm currently in possession of are hard to come by. So, okay, so, like, what you're saying is... Sorry, I gotta make sure I get it. If I just sell the ships as they are, without taking shit off of them, I'm gonna roughly get the value that I would have gotten from taking the common weapons off and selling them anyway. And then if I get a new ship in the future that needs weapons, they're common weapons anyway, so when I go to do the auto fit, it would just buy them from the shop and assign them, so I don't need to, like, hold on to specific cannons or whatever. Like, the difference in credits should work itself out. It's probably not worth the attention to dive into each ship and decide what to keep and what to sell. I think part of the reason I'm enjoying this game instead of, like, horrifically stressed out by it is because of how much it is willing to automate. Like, there's a lot in this game that they could choose to make totally manual, and it would just stress the shit out of me. It would be hard to play. Sell. And it automatically refunds. I mean, I'm not selling the crew with the ship, but it just tries to load balance any remaining crew, I assume. Oh, now they're in the list here. Okay, that's cool. I already have a tanker. You have to pay for storage unless if a quest gives it to you. Okay, I understand. So I gotta start going places to buy more fuel, because I don't actually have enough fuel to get there even if I wanted to. Get some crew, though. Not that much crew. I appreciate that that little estimator also increases as you add these here. So we're just going to try to go places where I can buy stuff, I think. So tab is the map. Are these orange? Where can I see? Can I see a legend somewhere? I'm wondering if orange means that's a place with a station that I can visit in order to buy stuff. Like, does Eventide count as a place that I can visit to try to do that? Size 7 colony. Orange just means hegemony. Okay. There's also green. Oh, Ludic. Persian. Syndrian. Independent. Tritachyon, and Pirates. Imagine it's not possible to have a good relationship with everyone, including the Pirates and the Ludic Path. Alright, let's see what happens if I do this. So what's with the sudden massive spike in supply usage? Is that due to me having such a huge crew now? Ships might have been repairing. Ships take mild damage all the time, even if there's not like a battle that's affecting it. Okay, now it's down to 1.7. Gotcha. Trade goods. Oh, this place has tons of stuff. Okay, cool. Marines, interesting. Okay. Really want to buy. Oh, supplies are actually reasonable here. It's good to see. Called Lure with a heightened sense of self. Smuggler. Oiler. Nice yawn. Said F1 for more info on some of this. Save. Try picking my quest here. Show on map. Oh. Wait, hold on. Something's up. I need a better star chart first. Man, I should not have taken this quest, huh? Visit the Alpha Uruk system. Okay, we're laying in a course, but we don't get to preview what it looks like without the star chart there, right? We have to have visited the system to see those. Stellar mirrors are a common terraforming tool. Oh, that's cool. Stellar shade. Huh, okay. Mouse server supplies and then hit F1. Oh, okay, ship maintenance. Gotcha, so it would have shown repairs, presumably. Can have have my transponder off while I'm just traveling through space, right? Through storms. That just lasts for a certain amount of time and then runs out, basically. Or I don't have to like turn off emergency burn once I activate it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier, that when you're looking at a place, it doesn't give you you don't have a map there yet. Ship repairs, CR recovery. I feel like I should stop here. So I'm having problems with supplies. Whoa, this place is gnarly. Okay. Tab. Now, the Ludic Path, these are the folks that don't like me, right? Gauge your fleet on site. All markets are prohibited from trading. Apocalyptic sects of Ludism. True interpretation of Lud's message. The War of Armageddon is now. The lines are drawn. Only through righteous action shall good destroy evil. Okay. Well, they're not going to be friends with me. So I think stopping here was actually not a great idea. Just wanted to go somewhere to try to buy some more supplies. How do I resume lay in course? Oh, A. I see now. Hold S to pass through storms safely, just like with asteroid fields. So what I'm in right now is a storm, right? If it shows this like electric effect underneath the cloud. So I can speed up time and have the ships go slowly. Gotcha. That's kind of cool. No supplies, that's bad. Okay, so when I look at a place to jump to, it shows me what faction is there for next time. Got it. Hold up. Orbital station. So are like planets that are inhabited most likely to have supplies that are not insanely expensive? I might need to load my save from when I left earlier and buy even more from there. I didn't realize how bad this was. Surtur. It would be a volcanic world. The main effect of being out of supplies is not being combat ready. Oh hey, they're actually not that bad. Still not going to be able to make it though. Taking this quest was very ill-advised, I think. Station commander. So they can still fly and fly, but it means that, like, if I get found without any supplies for a long time, I'll just get destroyed immediately. Oh, eventually they start malfunctioning, suffer demods, and then they blow up. Yeah, that sounds kind of bad. Right on. I feel like I need to do some quests while I'm en route to this here. Or do something to get resources. I haven't really had too many other options to salvage stuff, unfortunately. I've already taken 30 days. Wow. Really should not have accepted this mission. I guess maybe it told me how far away it was at first, and it's a way to learn, I guess. Yeah. No, I might need to, because I feel like I probably have a save file from when I first got to the point where I was just picking random missions. I think that's going to be necessary. Big old map. It's okay, I'm learning. Guess that's what matters. See if this is far enough back. It's too far back. Yeah, this is the one that I was working on. Okay, I think this is probably fine. This is when she was like, you can go do anything. And I'm like, okay. So I did a quest on this planet. Oh, sure, yeah. How do I start the main story? I was kind of nervous once it put me into, now you can just do space truck and side quests. Do that again real quick. That wasn't so bad. Although now it's a different quest. Transplutonic ore. Means I have to find somewhere that sells it. Last time it was domestic goods. Oof. Yikes. They're not guaranteed to give me a quest that I have access to get, I guess. Mm-hmm. I think the only quest I have is the one to turn that into her. I was going to see if I get the domestic goods this time. Supplies. So I could just buy a ton of them. Now I don't have the station commander who buys AI cores, so here we go. Okay. Says to be starting as a place called the Glacier Academy. I should remember the tutorial ending and where the main story starts. Okay. I can try to go back over there. Supplies procurement. No, it's no problem. How does it pick you back up? It's just after you've done a certain number of quests, you get like an automatic call to return there or something? This game is complicated enough that I'm not super worried about spoilers or backseating. Space Storm, right? Oh, okay, that's cool. So you get a cycle to do stuff until then. Thank you. Makes sense. So that first system I started in just for tutorial purposes has like tons of places to salvage, but finding salvage is actually pretty hard in the occupied system because it's all been mined out, I assume. Here you go. Thank you. Huh. Talk to the man who ordered the cadet to apprehend you. Our top agents infiltrated the retinue of pirate warlord at Flange Shadow. Have been apprehended. Extraction many means in our mission objective. Show fuel range. Okay, so that's helpful. This way I can look at the quest and be like, bro, I can barely get like a fifth of the way there. I'm good. There's no penalty for turning down quests like that, I guess. It's only a penalty if you accept it and then fail to do it. Local deficit. Oh, interesting. So, because I bought extra supplies, I could try to make a tiny profit here. So to know whether I'm making a profit, I just have to keep track of how much I paid for it, right? I think I paid like 100 each or so. Here I'd be getting 79 each. I guess I'd rather just have the supplies, but that's kind of cool. Fuel indicators based on current fuel, not max. Okay, it's good to know. Let me look at some of the other options here. So pause, E, new, analyze domain era probe. Okay, no. Derelict ship, no. Cadence Hiver. Okay. Develop a relationship with this contact. Show on map. Jangala. I gotta be a little bit careful because there's a pirate world. Don't fly into the star. Right. You're being hailed by the pirate fleet. Oh, my transponder was on, which was probably the mistake. Editor harbing to send a message about the risk of doing business with that particular individual. This isn't personal? That's a relief. I guess I'll give it a try. I did just save. It's my first non-scripted one, so this might go really badly. Ooh. Yeah, I think when I was in the previous system, I didn't, hold on. I didn't recrew all my new guys, so I think I gotta do that. I thought I saved more recently than this, didn't I? Oh, maybe this is right. Trade. Crew needs to be 267. Okay. And I was trying to pick her. There we go. Develop contact. Yes. Show on map. Jangala. Lay in course. And I'll try to turn off my transponder this time, I guess. Drive bubble impacts seem really expensive to repair. Oh, you can do quests for pirates? That's kind of cool. I imagine being liked by the pirates is really hard. I see. Red gravity well. Universe by adventurers, freebooters, mercenaries who avoid the watchfly heavy hand of the hegemony. There are no laws or an unwritten code of bravado. Oh, good. I'm glad I warp in here right next to the scary place. So going dark automatically turns off your transponder, which makes sense. Oh man, I tried. I swear I tried. Okay. Com directory. Cadence Hiver. Do you have any work for me? Large stockpile of surplus metals available at a low price. Ask with the old freighter. Ah. Neither of those are quests, unfortunately. $14 per unit seems bad, though, because I think I've been able to sell them for like 12 per unit before. So does she just change what she offers occasionally? Oh man, I really wanted to get more quests here. That's unfortunate. I guess, do I develop my relationship with her if I do something like buy a ship from her? Let's see. Guess I can buy this ship. It's not that expensive. Refit. Auto fit. This one. Confirm. Okay. Now, if I wanted to sell that ship, I'm just curious, like, comparing to what I paid for it. Okay. So I wouldn't, like, be able to turn a profit from getting one from her. That's fine. Let me look for somewhere else to get quests then, I guess. New. Nope. Hell no. Local. System bounty. Preparing for a voyage, I will depart for Nova Maxios. So the convoy is just you agree to protect the convoy, basically? Missions. Oh, way too far away. Exploration. Alright, so something can be both a mission and an exploration, I guess. Okay. Convoys information should you wish to procure their kits from them at discounted rates. I see. Important. Okay, I think I understand how to read this a little bit better. Now, why is it that sometimes do I only ever get the map for a place if I've been there once? I feel like I got some maps for places before I visited them, but was that because I had like a quest, so they gave me the map in advance? I guess I can just try to go to map places so I can see if there's things to mine for, you know? Debris fields. Submit to a cargo scan. Everything looks clean this time. Thanks. In there, or it's an occupied space. Yeah, what I'd like to do is do what I put my character skill points in, which is salvage, but it seems like it's kind of hard to track down salvage. I need to buy more fuel when I get here. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing here. Hoping it works out. Akamenu. Do you like all the mythology themed stuff in this? Unsurveyed. Oh, that's interesting. Now, does this pirate sensor thing mean that, like, that's only for in-system fleets? So if there were pirates here, it would make it really easy for them to detect me, basically? Form a survey. Launching probe. Data. Implore you to return the data core to the Academy for a reward of 18,000 credits. That's cool. It's a lot of data. What is it? Sensor log, some kind of field strength? I see. So if I take this, this gets me to the main story eventually. That's nice. I like that. So does it still count as unsurveyed? Because, okay, because that wasn't really the survey, that was the breadcrumb to get me to the main story. Gotcha. Okay. Hazard rating of 200%. Oh, alright. Yeah, 95 supplies seems not great. Maybe we go somewhere that seems more reasonable in this system. Barren World, Gas Giants. Barren World. Volcanic World. Oh, it's close to the exit. I'll go down here. I guess this is where having the extra cargo space might be nice for surveying. Since this place is uncharted, my transponder should definitely be off, right? Like, the transponder is almost always a bad thing. You only turn it on when you absolutely have to in an occupied system. Survey. That seems more reasonable. $135 experience, class 1 survey data. Consider other factors. Oh, established colony, that's interesting. I see. So a colony is to get the resources from the planet where you establish one, basically. And the main thing I'm getting from the survey right now is XP, because I'd have to actually like establish a colony to get anything else out of it. Is that true? They dealt with the pink people. Bless you, Andrea. Independent. Bless you. Survey data can be sold. Is the game actually tracking that? Like, if I sell the survey data to someone, might that person then go and like colonize the world before I get the chance to? This time I'm gonna have to buy fuel. somewhere potentially interesting. I'm going to go to the station first, and then we'll go to the gate, I guess. Convoy, patrol, Tritachyon. There's a couple stations here I could scope out. Okay. Probably end by going to that breadcrumb, but I wanted to get some fuel here. Local deficit? Fuck. Of course. We got plenty of supplies, though. Dirt cheap. I'd buy a bunch of these to sell them, since I think where I'm going has a deficit. I guess the tariffs pretty significantly cut into your profit on that, huh? Do tariffs go down as you get better reputation? Or not particularly? Class 1 survey data. Just another rock. 1,000. Oof. Okay. Guess that makes sense. Let's go to this debris field. So what are, given that I don't have to spend any fuel flying around in a local system, the main cost of flying around is supply usage, is that right? And I guess the risk that a pirate comes and attacks me. Are rings like this, like, not at all dangerous to fly through? Supplies are your never-ending cost, okay. Cess. 154%. Nice. I was really surprised at how effective salvaging was, but now I understand why. It's because there's not debris fields all over the place for you to salvage. Okay. Let's go do our little quest, which is in Galatia. Academy Station. Lay-in course. They have that started for next time, I think. They are dangerous. I see. I did just a second ago, but I'll do it again. I'm impressed at how, like, polished this game feels. So it sounds like the main issue is just content then, right? As for why it's still in alpha. Does it get regular updates? Turn that all the way off. If I see a ship that has an orange bubble around it, does that mean its transponder is on? Reaches a closure and then just stops, I see. White Hall's Glacier Academy Station, crawl past. It's filled with modest civilian transports, a few high-end personal craft, and at the far end, a row of freighters offloading supplies. A junior academy agent greets you in a landing lounge. You an alumni, donating to a scholarship trust. Ask about returning a data core. Display locks into a hegemony comsec warning. You delegate the task of finding out what's going on to your comms officer. You navigate the lower echelons of graduate students to finally speak with someone in a position of authority. Cornelius Alick. I like the idea of there being lots and lots of procedurally generated stuff on the edges of the system, but that everything that's inhabited is authored. That's cool. I think I get frustrated by procedurally generated, like, story NPCs, if that makes sense. You know? Covered a data core. Secretary should have just said so. What happens? Provost overstepped the bounds of his office. The Gemini agreed. Crackdown was dramatic. You're a specialist in the planetary sciences. Nothing to do with Kaltor's jump point experiments. Ah, interesting. Rambles away, giving you no clear answers. List of complaints against his colleagues. Gemini offers who didn't cooperate in Alec's efforts to sell it his colleagues. You sigh and use your captain voice to pry a few words into a pause. Let's discuss a reward. Have your secretary send the data core to the planetology department. 18,000. Request a meeting with the provost. I guess there have been a couple breadcrumbs to get here. I could have stopped here earlier while I was doing the probe mission. Provost Baird, we'll see you. I guess you might still miss that there's a quest here, though. Perfect hair and perfect skin. Unmarred by the radiation or burns that mark a spacer. Oh, cool. Is it the Expanse that talks about that? That spacers all have, like, fucked up muscle atrophy? Cybernetics you can spot are consciously stylish adornments rather than crude augments. The stench of wealth and influence is palpable. I like the writing in this game. Apologize for the mess. Got here to set up a donation. It's in my interest to know about the up-and-coming mercenary captain who corrected the unfortunate situation created by the ambitious but incautious predecessor. Knowledge is good for its own sake. Knowledge uplifts the human spirit. Knowledge can also be profitable. Knowledge brings us closer to the Creator. Question was rhetorical. I'm interested. What do you need done? Academician Alvis Sebastian. Your liaison for the Academy. Or evidence of trust. Yeah, I agree. She smiles now, not for you, but for herself. Alright. Mundane quests, hell yeah. What's up? It's you. My name is Alvis, the new provost. Assign me to be your liaison. Nice to meet you. He seems nervous to be meeting a real-life space captain. Hey Charles, how you doing? Inquire about available jobs. Oh, look at all these jobs. All right. We're back in the game. I really, really enjoyed the tutorial part, and then once it kind of put me to my own ends, or it felt like I was like taking procedurally generated jobs, I'm like, uh-oh, this is Elite Dangerous now. So I really appreciate Nubulator, you just telling me, hey, there is a story. There's a game in there. Imagine it's still fun to like build your whole fleet and find rare like guns and stuff. My struggle with stuff like Elite Dangerous is like it's impossible for me to immerse myself in procedural content. Like I don't see go deliver the iron ore. Like I see go deliver variable name X to destination name Y, right? It hurts me. Scientific object retrieval. Derelict ship, that's my bag. 12 light years away, that's not too bad. Sure. Detector helpful in pinpointing interesting things while surveying distant systems. Power sources show up especially well. Sometimes you get a false signal. Fucking good luck detecting neutrinos. Andrea.
What?
How many neutrinos did that one detector find? It was like 2, right? It was a big deal. Bert and Ernie.
Actually, yes, Bert and Ernie were the first 2 non-solar system based neutrinos detected, besides 1987A.
Wow, 1987A is a supernova?
Yeah, 1987A.
We got a lot.
Detectors saw like 11.
Wow. 11, that's 2 digits.
Wow, but
Golly.
like this Bert and Ernie are at a much higher energy.
Sure.
Much higher. They're like PeV or something. It's insane. Yes, I have a shirt with Ernie on it.
Mm-hmm. I was just asking because in the game I'm playing, and they just gave me a neutrino detector, and so this could be really useful. I'm like, okay, am I just gonna see those?
How big is it? Because they kind of like put something, I don't know, 10 Eiffel Towers in
Really?
The ice in the South Pole in order to detect neutrinos. Like,
it's in space and in the future, so something where it's in the future.
Heavy.
But
is it heavy?
I think it's just the ability that I have that's free.
I shoot lead and never interact.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Something sci-fi.
Okay.
Thank you, Andrea. I was just wanted to check my understanding was accurate.
Oh, and the experiment, by the way, is called Ice Cube.
Ice Cube is the one that's on neutrino, the Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a pretty dope acid experiment.
Of course, this planet now doesn't have a deficit of supplies now that I have a ton of supplies that I bought to specifically resell. Oh well, it's fine. Okay. E. Go to the system. That is a little bit further than I usually like to go, but it's in my... Can I project my range on this map? Is that a button I can? Oh. I just bought a shitload of fuel and I still can't get there. Dang, man. But the nice thing with story quests is that I can accept them and they don't expire, right? So I can get to it when I get to it and maybe see if I can get the other quests from the guy at the same time. Let's try that. Oh, I thought I just bought a whole bunch of it. Did I not commit to buying it? Should just take all of his jobs. 26 light years away. Kidnapped researcher. Cannibals. Desperate situation outside the core. Pirates. Find some other way to free the researcher. Can I keep the ransom credits? Ask for forgiveness, not permission. I can be very persuasive. VIP transport. But this one has a date. So I'll leave it alone for now. The other ones I think I have infinite time for. Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought I just bought like 400 fuel. It's not if hit confirm or something. Okay, now we can look again and see. There's my fuel range. Gotcha. I like that it puts all the markers on there. That's pretty cool. Ransom the kidnapped researcher. Well, that one's closer, so I could do that first. So are there two radii here? The darker one is the radius that I can travel and then make it back to my starting point, and the lighter one is that I can travel and can't make it back, basically. I think that's right. Yeah, it looks like it. Does going slowly through storms and asteroids guarantee that you can't get hit, or does it just greatly reduce the chance? Hostile fleet near the jump point exit. I see. Super swell if there was salvage here, but it doesn't look like there is. Sensor array. So every system that's inhabited will be fully surveyed, right? hostile towards you. The Port Authority refused your request for docking clearance. I see. The local Port Authority takes no issue with your explanation for why your transponder, regrettably, can't be turned on. Open the comm directory. Interesting. That wasn't the deal. You new to this? No idea how the world works out here. Take this screeching egghead away. So I could do the Marine raid if I had Marines, which I don't have, right? Find your friend in the box. But I could go there and get attacked. Oh no, I have the researcher. Okay, never mind. Biological weapons. Okay, I think I get it. So now... Actually, hold on. Trade. So they're like... The open market is an illegal market already, basically. Buy some fuel seems reasonable. It's because it's a pirate store. Oh, I wonder why I keep screwing that up. I keep thinking I'm committing and I'm not. Yeah. Let's go to the next one, which is up here. Yeah, I think that the dark circle means I can go anywhere in this space and get back to where I'm starting from, so good. Let's do it. Saw me recently. This might end badly. Well, this might go terribly, we'll see. It won't deploy ships that have no guns, like tankers, I guess. And the ships behind me are like the anti-pirate government in this sector that are just showing up to help, right? Pirates take tariff on the open market. Everyone hates them. Selling there will almost always make you decent cash as they have high demand and low supply. Oh, really? The station is involved? That seems bad. Is that just a proximity thing? I don't remember when my last save was. I feel like my ships are almost entirely devoted to defending against the station, huh? Yeah, why don't we reload? This isn't looking great. So it was in the system, but before I negotiated. Okay. So the reason that pirate was able to engage me is because they saw me earlier. Oh no! Let me load one more time. Basically, if this ship sees me while my transponder's on, and then I turn it off later, they remember me basically, which I assume is a technique that I can do as well if I wanted to fuck with other ships. Like pirate myself. I see. I really like that mechanic. It's kind of cool. So they won't try to do sensors at all while they're in battle? Wasn't the deal. Oh, and their tariffs are particularly nasty. Okay, I see. No, not again. It's off because of these assholes. Okay, hold. I really like the way the sensors work, though. That's pretty cool. Gauge. All right, we're at times. I'm gonna have to leave some future Marstead notes here. All right, let me just load actually. So future Marstead, actually, there's so much to talk about. It's probably gonna be better if I just like update a text file with all my notes for you. So I'm gonna do that. Starsector.txt in the future Marstead folder. Read all of that. Your load game is this top one, cycle 206, month 7, day 26. You are specifically trying to visit and turn in a couple quests here. I guess I'll show you a few things that I can't put in the text file. You're going here to do a quest. You need to negotiate for a prisoner release. You got to say that the amount he's charging is too much. And then after that, go to the store there and buy a bunch of fuel. And then you're going to take that fuel to the next quest area. You press E to see your quests. You're going to go to Warmanandak, do the quest there, and then bring everything back to the Academy, which should be your main story stuff. But read that text file. That should bring you up to speed on what you're doing. Thanks, Nublator. I like this game a lot. I'd be excited to play more of it. Excited to hear more about it once it gets finished and gets a full release. Yeah, I did. It's cool.